What's up guys, theHitmarker here, bringing you another quality video in stunning high definition. God, it feels good to get that intro out of the way. What's going on guys? Welcome to the new year, 2012. A lot of people make a big deal about the changing of the year and it's a time to turn over a new leaf. I am of the impression that it's just, yeah, those things are good in theory, but I don't really pay that much attention to the years. Predominantly because the majority of the New Year's resolutions that I've had in the past I've never kept. So it's kind of like a false hope or false promise for you to change your life or do something worthwhile. But this game in particular was, I'm not even going to lie, fucking crazy. The first half of it, I do really well running around like a chicken with my head cut off with the MSR, just grizzing like a boss. Pretty much, montage clips, 360, fakey YY no scope, nipple shots out the ass. And then the second half of this game, Modern Warfare 3 happens. What I mean by that is pretty much everything that you could possibly imagine going wrong with this match did. Missing shots, hit markers. I'm not even going to ruin the end for you, but let's just say that the spawn system needs some work. But really, the reason that I wanted to post this was it was just unbelievably crazy. The literal best, for me anyway, literal best and worst of Modern Warfare 3. Now, I'm not going to turn this commentary into a Modern Warfare 3 bash fest. I love Call of Duty, and I specifically love Infinity Ward's iterations of the game. I don't think that anyone can... What the fuck? There's everything that could go wrong in this game does towards the end. But I don't want to make it too much about the gameplay specifically, just the idea that this is both the best and worst of a situation. So I also wanted to talk a little bit about the best and worst of 2011. For me in particular, the best time that I had last year was going to Las Vegas with my close friends. From tricking my friend Alex into thinking that Sandos meant a hot girl, to the unbelievable time that we had at the Sapphire Strip Club. I actually have to thank Alex again for one of the best times of my life, really. One of his associates actually is one of the managers down there, so we got VIP treatment all nights, including late into the wee hours of the morning. To just an amazing time with close friends, and we're actually going to be planning another trip there this summer as well, so I'm already looking forward to it. It's something that I think next time we're not going to go for nearly as long. I think 4 days is just, it's too much for your body to handle. Even for seasoned veterans like us, it was by the third day we're like, oh, I'm so tired. But the worst of 2011, the worst of last year, I didn't mention anything about this because it was kind of embarrassing, but I think it's important. I was actually pulled over over the summer. I have a 45-minute commute to work every day, and it's actually closer to an hour on the way home just because of traffic and BS, but I typically drive fairly quickly whenever I don't have any passengers in the car. And that's really just a nice way of saying that I drive fast. I typically drive anywhere from 7 to 10 miles an hour over the speed limit all the time because my commute is all on the highway and there's typically never any stretches to where there's not traffic. So it's not really that I drive that fast. It's just that I drive that fast. So I got pulled over the summer, and I was going, the speed limit on the major highway that I take is 70 miles an hour, and I was going 79 miles an hour, and I got pulled over by an undercover cop who was in get the fuck out of the corner. An undercover cop, yeah, I get distracted pretty easily. An undercover cop who was driving a pretty much a nondescript Tahoe, but I got pulled over and I got a ticket, no big deal. So I looked at the date and I put the check to send in, and you can actually pay those online now, which I certainly recommend you guys doing, because what had happened was that check never got mailed. I never sent in the payments for my speeding ticket, thinking under the impression that I had done that. I continued to drive as normal, and what happens in the state of Oklahoma, and I'm pretty sure it's the same everywhere else, if you don't pay your ticket by a certain amount of time, then they actually suspend your driver's license, and that is exactly what happened. So I was driving around thinking, everything is good, and then one night, it was like 2.5 or 3 months ago. I got pulled over again, not for speeding. It was just it was a Sunday afternoon. Closer to the evening, it was dusk outside, so your lights had to be on. And I guess one of the middle taillights on my Jeep had gone out, and so the cop pulled me over and he was like, "Hey, you know, your middle taillight is out. You want to get that taken care of." He didn't ask for my license or registration or anything like that. And so I gave him. He asked for my ID, but he didn't ask for my registration or run anything or go back or do anything. He was like, "Okay," and so he gave me back my ID, and you know, I pulled out, and, you know, no big deal. And then like 5 minutes later, the same cop came like racing down, and I don't know what had happened in between the time that he pulled me over and when he decided that he needed to pull me over again. But he came back and he was like, "Yeah, I need to check out your license and registration." So I gave him my stuff. He was like, "Can you step out of the car, please?" And I'm like, what's going on? What are the grounds for this? Because I had no idea what was going on. It's like, "Well, were you aware that your driver's license was suspended?" I'm like, "I had no idea. Why is it suspended? I've never gotten in trouble. I got a speeding ticket." And then that's immediately when I remembered the speeding ticket with the check is actually still on my counter, and I never mailed it. It got mixed in with some more mail. And so they had to take me to the police station. I had to wind up paying for the bail, and a $106 ticket wound up costing almost $1,200 to take care of. So my advice to anybody that gets a speeding ticket, I think right now we're in the middle of fucking Death Fest 2011. But my advice to anybody that gets a ticket, make sure that you pay it. You can pay it online now. I know it seems like really simple, but it's also really simple to forget when you're busy. So this is the end of the game. So my best of 2011 was going to Vegas. The worst of 2011 was getting pulled over with a suspended license. And the worst of Modern Warfare 3 was starting out like, I don't know, 12 or 13-2, and then winding up losing, dying 31 times, and getting shit on. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please make sure to give it a like, and I'll be back with another video soon. Take care, guys. Peace.